can.
I can do anything I want.
Yeah, you are
Yeah,
AI.
by
You
the
can do
way,
anything.
just to yesterday,
Oh,
the recording stopped at half of the meeting.
Good morning, Dr. Malodi.
hey, Uncle Umesh, how are you?
I'm good.
How's life treating you? Are you still whistling and hustling with my Uncle Zoom? Okay, guys, I gotta tell you a few things, so therefore I get to the story and we can go from there. So this way you can appreciate and understand. Yesterday, Zoom development team called me, okay, first of all.
Okay.
I told them, I said, by Friday, I will give them an answer, okay? I said, we have a problem, okay? We have isolated the problem, but they are putting the codes into the server so we can simulate that and record it and send it to you in case we cannot solve the problem. Okay, so there are two teams on tech support, and Daniel, the original guy who wrote the code, are available that you don't need to go and do tickets and things like that. Okay, you just need to bring the problems, give it to me so I can get you the answer you need. Fair enough? So
Yeah,
don't
good.
waste time because I really don't have time anymore. I'm 70 years old. Okay, by the time you finish, I'm dead. So let's get to the story side of this project. The other thing is that one of the things that we decided to do is we send an email to Binesh, who is the guy who is writing the code SDK, especially for us. Hassan, this is extremely important. Imagine, okay, for a moment in your own cloud picture, the way that I'm explaining to you, that your mobile phone is your remote control, right? And your device, right? That's connected to your TV. So everything that you can do through your TV, you can scroll it here on your phone, right? For the search. You can turn on the avatar, and I can enable here your webcam, right? From your phone, capture it, put it on the TV, feed it back to the studio. Okay.
Okay.
Now, there is a utility that they are writing us, and this is the first beta. They're giving it to 3 companies. One of them is us. And this beta is, for example, right now is only designed for Google Meeting, not the webinar or the other services they have, because we don't know, they don't know. But the good part about it, Bogdan, is everything they've done is on WebSocket for us.
Okay.
Okay. So the way it works is the following. Let's say 4 of us are in here plus 50 other people. And we need to take picture of Bogdan and Ahmad and Umesh and port it by picking up their IP addresses and their output as an individual video, okay, into another program or another service or another gaming show, which we've done that 12, 13 years ago, okay? But technology has changed. So we are repeating something that we've done, but in a sense, that utility, that SDK is going to give you the ability to take pictures of people from a meeting and create multiple experiences. Okay. So the first thing they want us to do is obviously finish this testing that we are doing with the webinar and so forth, make sure everything is working in our universe. And by the end of the March, supposedly they were going to give me the other SDK, which this morning they sent out yesterday. They sent out an email and they notified Binesh. So as soon as I get the feedback, I let you guys know. Now, the thing about it is that Google itself, through ICD and AI account with the council that we have, and if you don't have that access, I will be more than happy to share it with you later on, or have the team to share it with the ICD and my ICDN.ai, okay? That we can basically get access to all the video API intelligence. I'm going to send you some of these links right now on chat, but the meat and potato and all the APIs are there. Okay, so you can take a look at some of this. And the library of all of those, because right now they have built the video search engines, they have built all the APIs that we text basically need. And this is, again, I'm sending it to you because you can use our account and get to the console, okay? And from the console, then you can get access to many variables that basically gives you the library of things that you need, so to speak, okay?
Yeah.
These are cloud text-to-speech, okay? The Drive APIs, the cloud speech-to-text, right? Cloud Vision API, and all the YouTubes and a lot of other engines that we have already established. So this way, you now can make ICDN AI working with Bogdan and working with Dr. Bake from Nottingham University, who is going to be, Chief AI Officer of AI TV Technologies, and then build the first product rollout, so to speak. So under that kind of settings, you will be relying on working with a lot of Google platform and Google AI. That's going to be your dependency. But I don't mind it, okay? Because I'm already married to them. So Zoom comes from Oracle, right? That we know. And we have that relationship already with that kind of a situation. So ultimately, the most important thing for us is accomplishing the requirements that now your user interface, user dependency, majority of it is on the mobile. Okay. And the mobile is connected to your phone, right? I mean, to your
Television.
television set, right?
Yeah.
And then you're using Chromecast pretty much right now as your dongle, if you will, right? So those are going to become your first release. You can definitely build a lot of your search capability on video from YouTube, all right, for your purpose of testing and everything else. And they have built video search engine that obviously you can just question the video and be able to get libraries and references and those things that you want to build the personalization for the LLM. Okay. So you will have two LLM, the public LLM, right? And the personalized LLM, right? And the personalized LLM, then you have to create that under their own personalization. That's why it becomes device centric. I'm sure.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Dr. M. So when we say personalized LLM and public LLM, so how we distinguish between these two LLM?
There is a utility on Google, okay, that it
Okay.
gives you the ability to create on the fly LLM.
Okay, yeah, that I understood. Yeah.
So what happens is when Hassan becomes a subscriber of AI TV for his family, which I'm sure like you do with Netflix and so forth, right? You got your name, you got maybe your child's name, you got your bedroom's name, right? Something like that. And you go from location to location or device to device, right? Under device management.
Okay.
You're familiar with that already. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like the OTT guys, right? They give you little boxes every you move your remote, right? But instead of moving
Yeah, I think I got the idea. So on the basis of the genre or genre that we like, Netflix recommend accordingly. So same here, the personalized LLM will work.
correct. And now that LLM is connected to like HeyGen API.
For
Okay,
avatar.
for the human avatar, right?
Yeah.
So when I come and say, Hassan, how are you? How was your day, right? Now I can just build that library of connectivity, relationship. You have good days, you have bad days, right? You're in a mood for a comedy, you're in a mood for a science fiction, right? Your personal liking, all of these things becomes Q&A, right? It's not going to be a form-filling shit anymore, pardon my French.
Yeah, that's why we are using LLM. Obviously, we do not user
Exactly.
do not want to, yeah.
Right. Because if I'm your avatar and I'm asking you, Hassan, what kind of movie do you want to watch, right? And you say, hey, I'm in mood for comedy, right? I'll go to the comedy library, right? I'm not going to waste my time to other libraries because this is what you want.
Uh, yeah.
So these are the things that interaction comes personalized, right? We are going to have to bring that. That's going to become our most important first interaction.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And then the rest of it becomes through the what we call client server. So I look at your mobile app as client, right? I look at our cloud services and all the APIs and everything else as server, right? So this is our mindset. So all the web services, everything else we run will be from ICD and video and ICD and AI.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
to
since
start.
we'll be connecting through WebSocket, so yeah, we do not need an extra server from where we deploy these utilities. We already have services running, so we just need to integrate it through WebSocket.
Correct. And then more
Yeah.
importantly, when we are doing that, then you also have access to the Google Home, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So those items, those elements, those things that I was just sharing with you from my point of view were, again, I apologize. I was trying to give you some screen share to here that you see, for example, welcome to the hub, right? You guys can create series of things under this environment, all right? All the API services that you want to have, they're available to you. They gave us access. Gemini for Google, Google Asset API monitoring, Google Video Intelligence API, right? This is the one we are talking
Yeah.
about mostly, okay?
Mm.
Gemini Cloud Assist, right? And recommended API. So I want to bring you to the AI world. That's my goal, okay? I want you to go through this learning curve with me. I lived it for many years and decades of my life, but I don't need you to become the traditional coders anymore.
Mhm.
Okay, so you got to think that you're going to become that solution engineer, right? A solution engineer that we are working on right now is based on those kind of things. And then you can basically create the project and so forth. And then we can go from there. But more importantly, when you want to create your zero auth consent, right, screen, all of these things are done. We don't have to go create from scratch.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to start playing around a little bit with the console on ICD and AI, okay? Take a look at your original schematics that you've done. Have a session, if you don't mind, Hassan, with Bogdan to watch and let him explain to you the ICD and .ai, how he designed it, how he worked it. And then we sit down with Umesh as a programmer, right, with the CMS, call it for a better lack of a term, because without CMS, we are not going to be able to manage this chaotic world. I'm telling you. So, good or bad or indifferent, with all of its limitation, it gives me the capability of managing many disparities and variables, also in an environment of a secure. So we want to bring that, call it Drupal 11, so to speak, as a foundation.
Okay.
Okay. So you got ICD and AI that has no database, nothing, only a session based, right? Bogdan, what does it run it on? Socket.io?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the compatibility and we have the power of transformation. So I need your help, guys. With Bogdan, by the end of this month, let's plan and provision to move a copy of ICD. And once Umesh, you have finished with the codes, okay? Meaning
Okay.
Zoom codes. I need you to create a replica, okay, of this for the ICDN.ai for AI TV,
Okay.
okay? AI TV technologies will use ICDN as a foundation, but all the new apps, everything else that you guys are writing is work for hire. I have to hand over the code to AI TV technologies.
Okay. Got it.
Make sense?
Yeah. Got
Okay.
it.
And that's basically what I wanted to tell you because a lot of things took place during our break. So the design that you have done with the inclusion of the things that we are giving you and the things that you're doing, revise that update, okay? Give me a new status because like I said, I'm waiting for the end of this month. Then I start getting active to raise money, okay? And once I raise the money, then I give you the green light so you guys can get started. My timeline is hopefully no later than May 1st. I'm sorry, end of May, we can start the project. And by then, you got to have all of your bugs, things like that that you guys are working right now, cleaned out, please.
Okay.
Because we will not have a chance with the major TV networks and broadcasters while we are cleaning up mess. So
Yes.
I'm giving you this timeline. We finish up what we got to do. We poured it into the ICDN as a replica with no database, with no Drupal, with nothing, so we can start that. And if you're using Drupal 7 for now, okay, it's going to be interim. I'm telling you, till you get caught up behind the scene with the codes. Then we migrate. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so this way because we got to get product to the market. We got to start with people, right? We got to sell. While we are doing that, then you guys behind the scene finish up what you guys got to do, and then we make a product release. My timeline again for that is announcement in Christmas. Okay, so between end of May, Hassan, look at your timeline till around Christmas that we can release the product. Then maybe on January we can go to Consumer Electronics Show and showcase AI TV to the market.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
these are the roadmaps that we are building. So any question, any comments, I'll be more than happy to answer.
No, like obviously, so by the time you are doing your step, I'll be exploring what you have just what you wanted from my end. So all the AI components that you showed, so I'll explore those things, and then I let you know, and
Perfect.
then yeah,
All
and
right.
if
So
required, if need be, yeah, if need be, I'll reach out to Bogdan or Umesh for any like if I think that is required. So I'll reach out to both of them.
it is good to see what he has done so far because we spent 4.5, 5 years on it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's culmination of every mistake we learned.
Oh, yeah, that is very important. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Really, I
So,
really wanted
so
to
yeah, because
do.
if you don't know that component, then you're going to make assumption without really knowing the facts.
Mhm. Yeah,
So my
you're right.
suggestion, yeah, please, that 1 hour, it changes your perspective because now your home devices, your responsiveness, your browser-based environment, multi-browser, multi-camera, multi-session, all of these things can be managed.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sure. For yeah, surely I'll connect with Bogdan for the same.
All right.
So
And then,
yeah.
Bogdan, do me a favor, record one of that session so I don't bug you anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Then
I think we already have one.
we have one. Then give me
Yeah.
that link. Let me send it to
Yeah,
them.
I need to search.
Yeah.
But we have the recording. We discuss it.
Yes. And if that is the case, I have one of them that you and I did on December 23,
I think, yeah.
but I don't know. It's a long time from 23 to now.
I don't think it's that. Yeah, I need to check
Yeah,
or to
exactly.
search.
So, guys, I'm excited, but please, Umesh, you are an important component of my life. You need to stay in communication. You can just say OTP or I'm gone to Bangladesh. I don't care. But you need to let me know what the hell you're doing because I build my decisions upon both them and yours.
Yeah, got I agree.
Please, okay? Just stay in communication because those short messages for me makes a lot of decisions or you handicap me. Especially we
Okay.
don't, get into the Zoom top developers, for example, or get into Amazon, servers like SMTP that we just had to go through for InvestRoom. These are also learning experiences for you guys because when we are deploying AI TV, one of the things that Hassan, you need to plan for it because we've already provisioned it with Amazon for outbound and inbound mass volume email. Okay, we went through KYC. They gave us the allowance of 50,000 emails in one of our projects per day. And we can do millions of emails, because if we're going to send movie trailers, movie notices, invitations, things like that, right? We need an engine. So you need that
Yeah.
as a component, because without notification, nobody knows what the hell you're doing.
This is for notification purpose, right? Right?
No, they have different services. Email marketing, outbound.
Yeah, SES. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, AWS SES is one of the services. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
that we will be
yeah,
using for.
yeah, you're getting SES services, right?
Okay.
Okay, so we already have an account. You can set up another one with Florian for your use case, right? And then we can go through again KYC for that corporation, because every company, we got to do white listing, as you know, under DMARC.
Yeah.
So it doesn't become a spam, right? And it comes to your inbox and stuff like that.
Inbox.
So definitely put that success from Amazon into your protocol, in your module, in your design, and your notification. Because without that, you and I and the social media that we are building on AI TV would not know what the hell they're doing.
Okay. Okay. I'll take care of that. Yeah. And
Thank you, guys.
we'll include in the roadmap that we have decided. All the component that has been mentioned in that sheet, I'll include this part also.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
So then phase one, the pieces that is coming together is that. And then for our payment, use Stripe.
Stripe. Okay.
Okay. I'm letting you know too. So at the end of the day, we got to collect money, right? So
Obviously.
with that in mind, again, we can give you our Stripe account for NETSTAIRS, but we can set up AI TV Technologies Stripe account. Okay. And my model for doing that kind of thing right now is using myicdn.ai Gmail as account for everything that we are setting. Okay, including all the services. So we know this project, if we hand over to somebody else, let's say we sold this to Comcast, right? We just give them that Gmail account, and they can get access to all of those URLs, to their social medias, everything else, because we want to separate that. Remember, this is a Silicon Valley corporation, and we brought the second largest law firm, okay, as our attorneys to protect us. Pillsbury, you can go look at it, Pillsbury law firm in Silicon Valley. And they will be partner, and they will be owners in AI TV Technologies. And also, like I told you, I brought the ex-CIO of Oracle as our CEO. Obviously, he knows a little bit about database, right? He put $15 billion in Larry Ellison's financials. He's the one who brought, remember those days of DVDs and CDs that everybody used to receive? He's the one who converted everything to cloud. So the people that you will be working with are highly credible, okay? And you can learn a lot from their experiences, gentlemen, okay, for your own self-learning. And they've done it for decades. So it's not something talking about BS, right? Track record substance speaks for itself. So be a good disciple, learn from the experience, but always excel yourself. I want you to create the best Michelangelo that you never had on AI TV. And I love Gogo Bogdan because his creative thinkers and his visual and his graphic, he knows me. I've always admired him for that. So I don't have to say anything other than just expressing my appreciation for all of you guys, that you can build the next generation of future. Okay. But you got to work on it hard and make sure we have zero failure, because on television network, we can't fail. It's a real-time broadcast, brother. So keep that in mind. And there is one other thing that you always remember, Hassan. Among all of your devices, when you go, your television set, you don't forgive them. When you push that remote control button, you want immediate response.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? Think like
Mhm.
that. I don't want you to
Mhm.
think that, oh, we can refresh page or shit like that, because that's not going to work. You got to come up with a solution that we know we got at least, okay, on a first rule of thumb, 80-20. 80 hit, 20% failure that we can manage exception.
Mm. Okay.
All right, guys.
Okay.
That's really my lecture for you today. I'm giving you the updates of what has been happening while I've been going through all of these challenges. So I'm going to stop.